Yo, it's your boy, Coach Lou, Logical Lifting, and as the title suggests, we might get a little bit ranty. Here I'm going to talk about some of the reasons you may still suck. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. Reason number one of the biggest reasons, and some of the bullshit that I hear all the damn time, is you've tried everything. If you come up to me and say, you've tried everything, I'm going to assume you've never stuck anything out long enough to see results. You're one of these who's going to flip-flop from diet to diet, from program to program, from lifting to lift to whatever. You know, you probably stuck a diet out for a week or a month and the scale's not moved, so you thought, oh no, I'm going to change now. You flopped from like keto to carnivore to freaking vegan to, I don't know, what else is the paleo. And you've never ever ran anything long enough to see actual results. Same with programs or lifting. You might have run a cycle of Wendler, like 5-3-1, and after one cycle you didn't get like super strong or significantly stronger, so you decided to run some kind of conjugate shit, and then you ran like linear periodization or something, and then you've gone to like the juggernaut method, then you've gone to like the cube or some bullshit like that. You've not stuck anything out because you've tried everything. If you've tried everything, you've fucked up. No one's tried everything. You need to suck it the fuck up and stick something out. This shit doesn't happen overnight, and you're talking out your ass if you say you've tried everything. I just think you're a joke if that's what you come up to me and say. 2, you lack effort and intensity. Not intensity, because intensity is weight on the bar. You lack effort and drive, and you're scared of putting in the hard work. Because sometimes, hard work trumps the perfect program. Doesn't matter if you've got like the best thing laid out on paper. If you don't put in the effort, you aren't going to get the results. Now we could like relate this to any program. I don't care if you do like RPE shit, reps and reserve stuff, percentage based, or anything like that. If you train like a pussy, and if you're scared of hard work, I don't think lifting's for you, mate. If you're too obsessed with perfect programming or perfect form, then you ain't going to get strong. I guarantee you ain't, because you're going to be too obsessed with perfection that you're going to be so into that and looking at that you aren't going to make any progress whatsoever. Guaranteed. You need to put in some effort, have some ferocity about you, or tenacity. Shit. There ain't no point following the best program of all time if you aren't putting in the graft of running with it. Point 3, you major in the minors. You focus on doing too much fluff and pump shit and not enough heavy lifting. You look for overcomplicated programs and exercises that you think are going to magically make you better. You're trying to do like cable chest flies at a certain angle because you've heard this stimulate your pec fibers maybe 5% more, when you still can't bench 2 plates. Just bench more, bro. Jesus. That's going to like build your pecs up easily. You've kind of took like the whole 80-20 conjugate shit and ran it to the extremes, where almost all your lifts are just lightweight, shitty pump work and hardly anything is heavy stuff. How are you going to get stronger if you aren't lifting heavy? And heavy's a relative term, and you could lift heavy in multiple rep ranges. But if you're just faffing about doing mostly accessories, I don't think you're going to get strong. Not at all. Stick to the basics. Like, maximize your volume or most of your work around your assistance lifts. Now, there are lifts that are very similar to your main lifts. So, a safety squat or a pause squat would be an assistance lift for the squat. If you get me? It's very similar. Whereas a leg press would be an accessory, because it's a totally different movement, but you're still training similar muscles or the same muscles. So yeah, stick to the basic lifts, hit them hard, do them consistently for years upon years, and done. You'll have an impressive, strong physique, guaranteed. Do your heavy lifts first, obviously. Use your assistance exercises to hammer up the volume. Use the smaller, lighter variations and accessories to hit your weak points and your supplemental lifts and all that shit. This will bring you up both strength, like physically, obviously your weak points, they're going to get stronger, but also aesthetically, if that's what you're going for, you will look better. And throw in some conditioning if you need it. If you're well out of shape, do your conditioning. You need it. Stop faffing about, worried about hitting your biceps from like 10 different angles, or if you should use bands or cables for face pulls, or silly little shit like that. Just lift, man. Jeez. Point number 4. You are ego-driven, the bad kind. And I don't even like calling it ego-driven, because it's more like fuckwit-driven. You want to do too much too soon. You'll settle for the shittest form ever with ridiculous, like too much weight because you got a PB or something shite, but you look like an absolute dick while doing it. Right, don't get me wrong. I think you need an ego when you're lifting. If you're shakily walking up to the bar with jelly legs, fearing that you're about to be crushed, there is no way you are going to get that set. That is no way to approach a squat or any kind of lift. You need some ferocity and some tenacity. You know, you need to be confident. You need to be walking up to the bar thinking, right, I've fucking got this. Because if you think the opposite, then you're damn right. You're probably going to fail if you think I'm going to fail. You know, simple as that. Whether you're one of these people that gets like, you know, visibly hyped and shouts and all that shit, or someone like me who just kind of stays calm, keeps it collected, keeps everything inside, but still walks up to the bar with confidence, that's fine. You need to generate your own intensity and make friends with your ego. If you're going overboard or whatever and just being a fuckwit, then it's a surefire way to fuck your shit up. You don't usually see this in like, well, I was going to say private gyms originally, but I've seen loads of this shit in private gyms. So I'm just going to say you don't usually see this stuff in my gym. Sometimes it happens, yeah, let's be real. But it's usually reserved for freaking fuckwits at commercial gyms that imitate a gorilla after they've just hitched up 140 from the floor. You know, or some weak-ass lift. They bench 60 kilos and they're beating the chest and then flexing in the mirror. Give over. Point number 5 is you eat like a dickhead. You pick and snack when you're trying to diet. You don't track everything when you're tracking. You compromise and make stupid-ass negotiations with yourself in order to justify your fuck-ups. You say, oh, I'll do double tomorrow, or I'll eat less tomorrow because you splurged or binged. I'm like, no. Be an adult. Stick to a sustainable diet, you know. Alternately, just man up. Just, you know, stop it. Stop convincing yourself of your utter bullshit and lies, you know. But, on the other hand, you eat like a waif and wonder why you're still weak as piss. You're too scared of losing your abs or added a little bit of fat in the pursuit of getting strong. And somewhere in the middle, we have the fuckwits that state, I don't eat for taste, I eat for performance. Man, that is so cringe. Like you're some kind of big-time pro professional athlete. These people are usually total newbies, or they've just read too many men's health magazines, and they're probably unathletic as fuck. Enjoy your dull, boring life eating brown rice, broccoli and plain chicken, you bloody idiot. But no, seriously, take responsibility for your diet and your training, and you won't go far wrong. So yeah, that is part 1. If any of them resonate with you and you think, shit, that is me, you need to sort it big time. All right? See ya.